this video, I'm going to be going over is either the Endgame option pack or the Invincible option pack worth opening up right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. So as you guys know, we got these new Endgame Luka Doncic packs, which has tons of Invincibles like Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Danny Granger, and DeMarcus Cousins. So those are going to be the 4 new Invincible cards. And then we also got 3 new Endgames, Luka Doncic, Paul George, and Endgame D-Rob. So I'll be going over in this video, are either of these guaranteed packs worth opening up? And if you guys don't know what these are, basically all 3 of the Endgames from today's drop, Endgame Luka, D-Rob, and Paul George, are going to be in this Endgame option pack, and you do get a choice between the 3, right? So you could take Paul George, you could take Luka or D-Rob, and then from the Invincible option pack, you guys can take either Devin Booker, Danny Granger, Anthony Edwards, or DeMarcus Cousins, you know, for 150,000 VC. So in this video, I'll be going over, are either of these packs worth opening up? I mean, at the end of the day, it's your guys' decisions. I'm not going to tell you guys for sure you have to open up one of these packs. Just in my opinion, you know, is it good value? If you wanted to, is it a good time, a good set of cards to be opening up these packs for? So I'll start off with the Endgame option pack because that's probably the one most people are deciding on opening up. So we got Luka Doncic, D-Rob, and Paul George. Now, these cards are really good for sure. I like Endgame Luka. Just tried him out, did a gameplay on him. He's super fun to use and is probably the best point guard in my team. He's a great card, right? So he's a pretty decent choice from that option pack. We got Paul George. He's going to be a good shooting guard, but you can already get Kevin Durant for completely free. And I think there's going to be a lot of good shooting guards. So I would most likely stay away from Paul George. He's still going to be really good. He's 6'9" at the 2, great player model. So yeah, I think Paul George is great. Maybe not the best choice. I think it's probably between D-Rob or Luka Doncic if you guys wanted to open up this pack, because D-Rob is going to be a top tier power forward. I mean, he's 7'1". I think he's got a 7'5" wingspan, still has a great player model, you know, great size at that power forward position, and does have obviously that really good jump shot. Between Luka and D-Rob, which card would I take? I would take D-Rob personally, just because I do think he's slightly better of a card when we're talking about for longevity, because all it takes for Luka to get replaced is a Jokic endgame point guard. Luka's not the best point guard, right? Ben Simmons point guard. Luka's not the best point guard. LeBron point guard endgame. Luka's not the best point guard. There's tons of taller point guards in the game that I think can quickly take out Luka is the best point guard, and I just don't see Luka having that much longevity at the point guard position. He'll still be great. I'm not saying Luka's bad. Obviously, Luka's amazing. He'll be most likely a top, 5 point guard in the game for the rest of the year, at least top 10 for sure. I just think there's going to be more point guards that come out that overclass Luka compared to power forwards D-Rob, compared to power forwards playing over D-Rob. Yes, there's going to be Taco Fall, there's going to be Yao Ming, there's going to be those amazing endgame cards, but I think D-Rob's going to have a lot more longevity, and you can also play him more as like a small forward if you have like a Victor Wembanyama in your lineup at small forward or a Big Z, and then you can kind of just move him to the small forward position in game, so he's essentially playing small forward. So if you guys were to open up this pack, I would take D-Rob as my first choice, Luka Doncic as my second choice, and then Paul George as my third choice. Now to talk about, is this pack actually worth opening up? Once again, it's 200,000 VC, which is a ton of real life money. I mean, you guys can see for Canadian money, I think it's like $75 or 70 something dollars after tax. So that's a lot of money to spend on one singular card now that we're almost in July. So the simple answer is I don't think this week's endgame option pack is worth opening up. I just don't think it is. I know D-Rob's great, Luka's great, Paul George is great, and if one of those are your favorite players and you really want the card, then for sure, go ahead, open it up, take your favorite player, have fun with that card. But what I'm saying is, if you're just going from a value perspective and how good a card is in these endgame option packs, we're still going to get probably a point guard LeBron endgame, we're still going to get Taco Fall endgame, we're still going to get Yao Ming endgame, we're still probably going to get like a Kareem, maybe small forward, power forward, something like that. We're still going to get these crazy overpowered endgame cards that I do think are going to be better than a Luka. We're going to get an endgame Jokic that can play point guard, an endgame Ben Simmons that can play point guard. So I think those endgame option packs are going to be a lot more valuable to open up. So for this week, I'd personally pass on it unless it's one of your favorite players. I always say that if Paul George is your favorite player, you really want a Paul George card in my team and you want to use him for the rest of the year, then go ahead. If you want to spend the money, same thing with Luka, same thing with D-Rob. I'm just talking about from a value perspective and how good these cards are. I would personally pass on the endgame option pack. Now, if this is like Taco, or if it's a Yao Ming, then it's probably worth opening up if you guys wanted to, you know, spend that real life money. But now to talk about the Invincible option pack, 150,000 VC is a lot of VC for cards that most likely are going to be 100k. Like if we go over to the auction house, I think the only buyable Invincibles are like the Jalen Williams, Curry, Jabari Smith. Those are, I believe, the only buyable Invincibles right now. Like the, like the Invincibles that are buy now under 100,000 MT. So right now, they're not a buy now, but I could see Anthony Edwards, DeMarcus Cousins, maybe even Devin Booker becoming a buy now by like the end of by the end of today, maybe even earlier than that. Like I could see these Invincibles becoming buy nows. So if you really want the cards, I would say it's a lot better value-wise and smart with your money and just MT is go buy the Invincibles off the auction house that once again, I think will most likely become a buy now. Now, Danny Granger's really good, so he might not become a buy now just because he's a top tier Invincible. But for the other three, Anthony Edwards, DeMarcus Cousins, and Devin Booker, I would just wait. Me personally, I wouldn't open up that pack 150,000 VC for a card that's only going to go for 100,000. Unless, once again, it's your favorite player. But if it's your favorite player, just go save up the MT and go buy them off the auction house. It's a way smarter idea. So for this week, guys, I would say to pass on the Endgame option pack and the Invincible option pack. But once again, at the end of the day, it's your guys' decision and your guys' choice. But let me know in the comment section down below, are you guys going to be opening up either of these Endgame option packs or Invincible option packs? And if you guys are, let me know who you guys will be taking, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.